Hey, love. I am home. I took me I want to say about 15 minutes to get home. So hopefully the food is still pretty warm. As I said, we got Firehouse Subs. They are one of the submarine sandwich places. A more recent one, I believe. You have your classics like your Subway and your Mr. Subs. And Firehouse is allegedly newer, I should say. But that's about all the history I know. They're newer. They do things a little bit differently. More napkins, as if I needed more napkins. Do you see how many I have? I am good for a while. We do have fries. This is a brand new addition. You got lucky. You wanted to know how their fries, or you wanted fries as part of the mukbang. We have a little container of, I assume, chipotle sauce. I'm glad that just creamed all over my fingers. Thanks for just squirting, you stupid container. Oh yeah, it's a chipotle mayo. That is very, very like mayonnaise product. That isn't even proper mayo. That is mayonnaise product. That is like Miracle Whip. They are larger crinkle cut fries. So let's give it a. It's a very watery sauce though. Like I wanted it to be. Well, it was bound to happen. I had yet to make a mess beforehand. This was the very first time I have made a mess while doing one of these mukbangs. Good thing I have a Tide pen. I'm gonna wash my shirt after. There it is. Okay, well, that out of the way. Good thing I was still in my plastic pants. So let's try this again. Fry into the sauce, and this time I'm just gonna. It's not even gonna be held in the open air. Like, it's a very basic French fry and chipotle mayo. I'm not a big fan of their mayo. That is way too much like Miracle Whip. It's a little too sweet. It's not creamy enough, and as I've already said, the sauce is way too watery. Like, I could easily just pour this whole container out over these fries without even trying. Without even having to wait, realistically. I assume if I ate these a bit more fresh, they'd probably be a bit crispier. There is a lack of salt, which I realize a lot of places around here do. There's always a lack of salt. You either have a lack of salt on the fries, or you have McDonald's where their fries are just covered in salt. But all in all, these fries aren't offensive. They are very middle of the road. Now I'm going to stop eating them so I can focus on the sandwich. Before that, we have our drink. This is the Firehouse Subs Cherry Limeade. So it's a lemonade with some cherry on it. Very cherry. Oh, God. I'm sorry, love. Very cherry. Not enough lime. There's no tartness. Just cherry syrup in like a juice. Yeah. But on to the main event. This is the container that their subs come in. Monogrammed with the Firehouse Subs logo. And if I open that up, you can see the size of their sandwich. We also have in the back here their pickle, which... That's a good pickle. It's a little floppy. I do wish it was a little crispier. And I prefer my pickles more sour. I'm kind of realizing the limeade isn't sour. The pickle is missing that vinegar kick. I got a little bit of it when I swallowed there, but on the initial bite and taste, But this is the sandwich. This is the Captain's Club. I don't know what's on it. I'm going to be honest with you. I usually just go for a club sandwich because it's usually just layers of cold cuts with some bacon and some cheese. This one, in fact, the better angle is this side of the container, as you can see. I'm seeing some bacon. I'm seeing chicken. I'm seeing tomato. I'm seeing onion, lettuce, some kind of sauce, some cheese on top. So it's more of a chicken club. But I'm going to give it a shot. Oh my God. I didn't even see this. Right underneath the sandwich was just big pieces of chicken. Which, that's very much a grilled chicken breast, which I'm okay with. Grilled chicken breast is healthier than like a crispy chicken breast. Doesn't look the most appealing. It looks very processed, unfortunately, which is what I expect from Western restaurants, especially chains. Actually, there's a little sweetness to it, which I feel like there shouldn't be sweetness on my chicken. But I digress. Oh my God, there's no clean way for me to do this, so I gotta bring the container with it. There is our cross section. Not that it wants to focus correctly, and I'm dropping everything from it. But I'm gonna give this a bite. This is it's a savory sandwich. That sauce is smoky, a little spicy, not sweet, thank God. The bacon really helps. Don't get me wrong, this bacon was probably cooked fucking forever ago. But reheated, it's still good. It still has a little bit of that texture to it. So all in all, so far so good. The bread is soft, unfortunately. I wish it had the crisp of a banh mi. And some sauce on my lip there. I feel like if it had that crispiness, it would go really, really well. Because it's kind of missing that texture. Like, the bacon tries its best. But a few strips of bacon is not a good replacement for the crispiness of the bread. So let me move fries. As you can see, I'm not using the standard setup because I didn't want to have to raise the table and then lower the table. Actually, the table was already raised. I didn't lower it. Well, too little, too late now. We're already 10 minutes into this. I'm not going to drop the table again. Instead, I'm going to bring the mic over here. I'm going to be off center a little bit. So just so I can take this next bite with two hands. This is still a very good sandwich. It kind of reminds me of a burger. It has familiar tones of a burger, I should say. Obviously, the meatiness of like the beef is not here. But the warm lettuce, because this was a warm sandwich. The warm lettuce, the smokiness from that sauce, the bacon, even the feel of the bun. A lot of it screams like burger, but not like McDonald's burger, more like a Harvey's A&W burger. But then it has these chunks of chicken instead, which is quite good. Actually, now that I think about it, I can just slide you over. Ta-da! Oh. There we go. Now you're still in front of me. And I can take this next bite in view of the camera. I might... actually... Yeah, we're going to stick with the usual setup for the big Saturday mukbangs. But for an impromptu one, I'm okay with this. But... The chicken was running away. That nice big bite there. You can see it's about the same. I have changed to a white light, but given that the room itself has yellow walls, the white light reflecting is still going to have a little bit of a yellowish tint to it. Hopefully I don't look like I'm in Mexico at least, because that was actually a really big concern I had when you pointed it out. But definitely going to finish this half and the fries. I think I might save the other half for breakfast tomorrow. I do wish that there was something to provide another texture. Like, crispy onions on this would go amazing. But instead, this is kind of all we have. And because the lettuce is warm, or was warm, it obviously lost a little bit of that crispiness that it should have. So the textures are a little off. And also, it's just a personal preference. And I'll be sure to mention it next time because I forgot. White people. Hot peppers would have gone a long way. Hot peppers or even a hot sauce. Some lettuce, some chicken, and some onion that fell off. This place, funnily enough, has a hot sauce bar if you're eating in. And when I tell you that Tabasco sauce was number 5 on their scale that goes 1 to 10, I was very terrified for what this place considers spicy. The second spiciest was a pineapple habanero hot sauce. And then the hottest hot sauce they had there was a scorpion pepper hot sauce. I think next time, because I will get it, I do really like this. And it was like $20 for the whole combo. But next time, I'm going to ask for hot peppers and I'm going to put the hot sauce on it because it needs that heat. Especially the club. The club is very much missing that heat. But let's keep going. Some of that cherry juice. Which, I have a sweet tooth, as you know. That isn't it. That is like the artificial cherry flavor. I'm mostly drinking it because I'm too lazy to go get water. Plus, I already bought it, so I might as well drink it. But definitely not getting that next time. I'm not even going to get the fries next time, truthfully. They did have a cookie. I might get a cookie next time. After a long day of work, though, and not wanting to cook, paying someone to make me a sandwich. We got a big bite here. Kind of see most of the toppings are sitting there. I'm going to try to get as much of it as I can in this bite. Except for that one piece of chicken that fell. The best, or one of the best compliments I have for this is it's not dry. It is a very moist sandwich. Again, it's just missing some crunch. But all in all, the flavors are pretty good. There's nothing stand out about it, though. I can't sit here and be like, oh, this is good or this is good. It all comes together to be about a 7 out of 10 sandwich, which if I'm comparing our usual banh mi's, those are about an 8.5. So it's still a good sandwich, and it gets as high of a score as it does because of how big it is. Like, I am full off of 1/2 of the sandwich. Which... All in all, I do not regret my decision. Also, I've learned since I was a kid, all the lettuce that falls off in the containers, I love just eating it. I think that should have been the first sign that as a kid, I wasn't eating enough veggies when I would just devour all the lettuce left behind. But I could eat the other half, but then I would be too full and bloated. So instead, there's a side dish right here that we're going to finish. And then that will be the end of this mukbang. Put away the rest of our sandwich for given the time for tomorrow morning. Now, let's eat some fries. I do owe you a slight apology because I criticized you for liking mukbangs. I realized myself as I was making this one, there was a content creator that I liked watching who did food challenges. And my brain didn't put two and two together that food challenges are just mukbangs. So I do owe you a bit of an apology. I will share with you that creator after you see this episode because I know you're going to ask me for him. But yeah, I understand now. Well, the fries have gone cold. Like, that's not even... How does that feel below room temperature? I got a cough. That fry did not go down correctly. Okay. We're good. I'm not that. Ooh. You see that definition on the forearm there? Damn. Yeah, I'm still confused how these fries got so cold so quickly. They're cold enough that they feel like they've been sitting out for like 2 hours. Realistically, though, I can't complain too much about these fries. It was $1.50 for these fries. Which, like, yes, please. Now, I don't know if she meant just adding the fries as a combo was $1.50, or if there's a standard combo upcharge that then you add an extra $1.50 to. I didn't ask. I just saw that there were, as I was getting my sandwich and was about to pay, right next to the cash register, they had a little thing there that said fries are here. And then they had like small, large, and then add as a combo. So I didn't even question it. But I think this properly checks off you wanting me to eat fries. Before you say that you were not the one that brought up fries, yes, you were. I only brought them up after you did because I thought you really wanted to see me eat some fries today. But outside of this very watery Chipotle mayo. Sorry. Chipotle mayo product. Like I said initially, they're non-offensive fries. And them being non-offensive is probably the best thing they got going for them. Obviously, I would love if these were like some of the best fries I've ever had in my life. But I will take non-offensive fries from a submarine sandwich place over bad fries. Like, if these were fried in-house in oil, the best compliment I have is at least the oil was clean. Because I don't taste any oil or residual oil flavor on these. It's always the worst when you get fries and you can taste the oil that they were fried in. And not like how Five Guys fries their fries in peanut oil. And you can kind of get a little hint of that. Some places you eat the fries and you're like, when was the last time you guys changed this oil? Like 3 months ago? But these are almost like basic diner fries. If they were properly salted, then yeah. If they were salted, these would just be diner fries. Which I'm not against. Something I wish was that we lived close to a 24-hour diner. Because it's kind of fun to go in and eat diner food at like 2 in the morning. I lived near one a long time ago. And after a night out, or even just couldn't sleep, go to the diner. Do you want a milkshake at 2 in the morning? Do you want a burger? Do you want pancakes? Like, get whatever you want at 2 in the morning. And I realized we could have just gone to Denny's. But Denny's isn't exactly... Like, I'm not hoping for that level of chain diner. Denny's is too commercialized. The last of the sauce here. I'm not going to eat these fries dry. Eating them dry might be a death sentence. Mm-hmm. There we go. Empty fry container. Empty sauce container. And half the sandwich eaten. Do I think this would be one of your favorite places? No. I think you wouldn't mind eating here, but I don't think this would ever be a place you would be like, oh, I'm really craving Firehouse Subs. Like, no. That being said, however, it's really good for when I want a sandwich after work and I can't get a banh mi because I finish at 8 p.m. So, with this lovely first responder on the cup, because they do a whole lot of, like the name suggests, Firehouse Subs. Allegedly, it was started by a bunch of firemen, so they constantly try to support first responders. I'm gonna one last big sip. I'm not trying to finish it. I just want one last big sip to get all the residual little bits of food. There we go. Yeah. For wanting a sub at after work, it hits the spot. I think Jersey Mike's, their big thing is they use a lot of like oil. Like they oil in a bottle that they sprinkle on the bread. And I prefer this, especially if I actually get the hot sauce bar before I leave next time. Probably be a lot better. Anyways, though, that was Firehouse Subs. I am going to upload this and send you the link. And then I have roughly an hour and a half of time to kill. So we'll see what I end up doing. If I even stay awake for that long. Because I am so tempted to take an early nap. But I will figure that all out. I hope that you're more than likely watching this on lunch. So I hope that your food is delicious. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, my love. I love you. And I will talk to you as soon as I can. Bye, my love.